these FTAs have not worked in the best interest of India. And a few days back, Minister of External Affairs has also said so. But if you look back, 1 year ago, there was no such narrative.
Yes.
And in fact, I'm happy that country didn't sign yet another FTA. Uh, I mean, Regional Comprehensive Economic Partnership, because had that FTA been signed with these 15 countries in a set of 16 countries, including India, it would have been very, very difficult for us to really put restrictions on Chinese. When we signed this agreement, 74% of the uh, Chinese imports would have been coming to us at zero duty. Uh, yes, there is a realization that these FTAs have not worked to the best interest of the country, and I think they are badly negotiated agreements. And why I'm saying badly negotiated, one reason is that whenever you sign an international trade agreement, you must see whether my country is going to get benefited
Or
of it
not?
or not.
Yes.
You can't simply theoretically say that FTAs are good, we have to deal with the world, we have to deal with and we have to keep our exports imports going on.
Right.
It's not that. In fact, we must learn from Australia in this case. Uh, Before entering into any new trade agreement, Australian government would think for about 4 to 5 years. But uh, our trade agreements have always been very, very badly negotiated. I like the statement from the present Minister of External Affairs, who said that FTAs are to be signed on economic considerations and not the diplomatic. If we lose on manufacturing, we will lose on employment, we will lose on incomes,
Absolutely.
and our whole aspiration to become a
Global superpower.
global superpower, or to become a manufacturing hub of the world and things of that sort will never realized. In fact, we have never ever been protectionist, as so far as Swadeshi Jagar Manch is concerned, or our school of thought is concerned. In fact, this protectionism was the Nehru's idea, and after 1950, the kind of strategy of industrialization which was adopted, where the maximum role was given to the public sector, and there was a total neglect of agriculture, there was a total neglect of the private sector, and it was thought that private sector cannot do anything, and our Indian entrepreneurs are good for nothing, and if they want to do something, okay, you can produce, but you have to take license, and for raw material you have to take quota, and and as a result, you see, there was hardly any industrialization from the private sector, no free enterprise was there, and our industrialists, our entrepreneurs were strangulated uh, with the Inspector Raj and license quota regime. And ultimately, what has happened? Our industry remained inefficient, and we were never competitive. And government was imposing a tariff of say 100%, 200%, up to 600, 700%. That was the state of affairs, and that is the protectionism we had been, fighting against. We need to give free hand to the private enterprise, but our imagination, or our school of thought, or our dream is that this should be based on small entrepreneurs, small and medium entrepreneurs, and not a kind of monopoly capitalism. But if you want to bring in efficiency for masses uh, and production by masses also is required.